Hello everyone, I am Vinay Kumaram. I am pursuing PhD in physics. So in this particular YouTube channel, I will be teaching physics, chemistry and mathematics starting from 8th standard till 12th standard. So if you want to learn physics, chemistry and mathematics, then please do subscribe to my channel. So in my YouTube channel, you can visit the playlist section, and in that playlist section, you can find different playlists for science and maths videos starting from 8th standard till 10th standard. So in future, I will be teaching 11th and 12th standard as well. So right now I am teaching 10th standard mathematics. In that 10th standard mathematics, I have already completed 6 chapters. Now I will be moving to the 7th chapter in 10th standard mathematics, which is based on coordinate geometry. So now in this particular chapter, in your previous classes, that is in your 9th standard, you might have learned about coordinates. So for example, you have one x-axis. So let's say there is one y-axis and one x-axis like this. These both acts as coordinate axis. So now here, two number lines, if they intersect at a particular point like this point we call as origin. This 0 of the number line which is vertically placed and the 0 of the number line which is horizontally placed, when they intersect each other like this, so this point is known as origin. So from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all positive numbers will be there on x-axis after 0. Similarly, all corresponding negative numbers will be there on the negative x-axis, which we call as x dash. So here we call this as x, and here we call this as y and this as y dash. So here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it goes on like this. Here also -1, -2, -3, -4, it goes on like this. And also you can clearly see here, this particular x and y axis have 4 different spaces. So here we have first space, here we have second, we have third, and here we have fourth. So all these are 2D space. So and these 2D spaces are known as quadrants. So this is known as first quadrant, this is known as second quadrant, this is known as third quadrant, and this is known as fourth quadrant. Now in this graph, if we have a point A which has 2, 3. If we have a point which is denoted as A of 2, 3, that shows 2 is the number on x-axis, 3 is the number on y-axis. So now you need to take the second point on x-axis like this, and you need to take the third point, that is +3, on y-axis. Now you need to draw perpendicular line from this +3 to y-axis like this. So and you need to draw a perpendicular line from this point 2 on x-axis, and you need to draw perpendicular line to that x-axis, and wherever these two perpendicular lines intersect, so that particular point will be your point A with 2, 3 x and y values. So now the perpendicular line which is there from the y-axis, so the perpendicular line which is there from y-axis, or the perpendicular distance from y-axis to that point, so that is known as x coordinate. So that is known as x coordinate, and this x coordinate is also known as abscissa, A, B, S, C, I, S, S, A. So now the perpendicular distance from x-axis to that point is known as y coordinate. So this is known as y coordinate, or this is simply known as ordinate. So it is either known as ordinate or y coordinate, and x coordinate is known as abscissa. All these things you have learned in your previous classes. So here we have understood how to locate a particular point on this two-dimensional graph. So based on this, we will be trying to find the distance between 2 points in this graphical representation. So now we will consider one graph like this. One we have x-axis and we have one y-axis. So here we will take 2 points. One is P 4, 6 and the other is Q 6, 8. You need to locate these 2 points on the graph. So first we need to take point P. So point P is at 4, 6. So 4 is the x value. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is +4, and we have +6 as y value. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6 is the y value. So if you draw perpendicular line, you can follow the grid lines which are there in the background like this. So this perpendicular line is going like this, and perpendicular line from 4 is coming like this. So this will be the point P. So here we have got the point P. So this is P of 4, 6. Now similarly, you need to locate Q point. So Q point is plus 6 for x value of Q point is plus 6 and y value of Q point is plus 8. So from 6 you can take perpendicular line, from 8 also you can take perpendicular line on y axis. So the point will be somewhere over here. So this is Q of 6, 8. So now in order to find the distance between these 2 points, we need to use Pythagoras theorem. So in Pythagoras theorem, if we have a right angle triangle like this, that is ABC, then the hypotenuse AC square will be equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides, that is AB square and BC square. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we know this. Now we need to find the distance between P and Q. That is, we need to find the distance between P and Q like this. In order to find the distance between P and Q, we need to form a right angle triangle. In order to form right angle triangle, we will draw a perpendicular line from P till x-axis and we'll name this point as R. And we'll draw one more perpendicular line from Q onto x-axis and we'll name this point as S. So here this point is R and this point is S. Now we will draw one more perpendicular line from P until QS like this and we'll name this point as T. So now here PT is perpendicular to QS and here R is PR is perpendicular to x-axis and QS is also perpendicular to x-axis. So now based on this, here we are forming a PQT right angled triangle. And P value is 4, 6, Q value is 6, 8. So here you can see 4 is there. So RS value is equal to PT value. So what is RS? R is at 4, S is at 6. So 6 minus 4 will give you 2. So that means PT value is 2 units. QT value will also be 2 units because here QS is parallel to y-axis, so that is nothing but 8 minus 6. So T is perpendicular to y. PT is perpendicular to y-axis, so that means T will have this 6 as the y value. So QT is 2 units. So now you can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the distance between PQ. So here PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. So here PQ square, we don't know what is PQ, so it takes square root on both sides. So PQ is equal to square root of PT square plus QT square. So PQ is equal to, what is PT? PT is 2 units, so 2 square plus QT is also 2 units, so 2 square. So 2 square plus 2 square means it is 4 plus 4. So 4 plus 4 means it is root 8. So root 8 can be written as 2 root 2 units. So here the value of PQ or the distance between point P and Q is equal to 2 root 2 units. But here we already know what is the x and y values for P and x and y values for Q. So that's why easily we have solved the distance between P and Q. But here if we want a general formula in order to find the distance between 2 points on this 2-dimensional graph, then we need to consider this point as x1, y1 and this point as x2, y2. So now we will consider one graph. So here we'll consider one similar graph. So here again we have one y-axis like this and we'll take one x-axis like this. So this is x and this is x dash. This is y and this is y dash. Here I'll take 2 points, one is P and one is Q. So here I'll take one point P which is x1, comma y1. I don't know what is the value of x and y, so I am taking x1 and y1. Here I will take one more point q, which is x2 comma y2. So now I need to find the distance between p and q. So in order to find distance between p and q, I will draw one straight line connecting p and q, and I will draw one straight line which is perpendicular from p to x-axis, and one more straight line which is perpendicular to x-axis from q, like this. Here also I will consider this point as r and this point as s, and this is the origin of the x and y axis. So this intersection point we can take it as origin O. Now I'll draw a perpendicular line from P to QS like this. So this is PT. So PT is perpendicular to QS, and here PR is perpendicular to x-axis, QS is perpendicular to x-axis. So how we solved the previous question, like that only we are solving this question, but here in the place of taking 4, 6 and 6, 8, I am taking x1, y1, x2, y2, so that we can arrive at a general formula. Now here we are again forming a PQT right angle triangle, but we don't know what is the value of PT and what is the value of QT, because exactly we don't know what is x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. So we cannot calculate what is the length of PT and what is the length of QT. So that's why we have drawn this perpendicular line to x-axis like this. So here OS is x2 and OR will be x1, because P is lying at x1, y1, and from P we have drawn the perpendicular line. So this R is at x1. So that means OR value will be x1, and from Q we have drawn the perpendicular line to x-axis. So that means S will be at x2. So that's why OS will be x2. Now if we want the length of RS, then you have to subtract this x2 minus x1, that is OS minus OR, then you'll get the RS value. So that RS will be x2 minus x1. So here now we are getting RS as x2 minus x1. Similarly, we need to calculate for QT. So what will be QT? So here again you can draw one perpendicular line to y-axis from P like this. So this is one perpendicular line to y-axis, and from Q also you can draw one perpendicular to y-axis like this. So now I will name this point as A. So here I'll name this point as A and this point as B. So here we have drawn perpendicular line to y-axis from P point. So that means A will be at y1. So the distance between O and A is y1. Similarly, we have drawn perpendicular line from Q to y-axis. So that means here the distance from O to B will be the value what Q is having for y. So that is y2. So OB is y2. So now if you want to get the value for QT, then you need to subtract OA from OB. So here QT will be equal to OB minus OA. So then you'll get the value for AB, and that AB is equal to QT. So here RS is equal to PT and AB is equal to QT. So in right angled triangle, PQT, PT is equal to RS, QT is equal to AB. Here RS is equal to OS minus OR. So OS minus OR, that is nothing but x2 minus x1. Similarly AB is equal to OB minus OA. So OB minus OA, which is nothing but y2 minus y1. So now you can take PT as x2 minus x1 because PT is equal to RS, QT as y2 minus y1 because QT is equal to AB. So if you call this as equation 1, then our new equation 1 will be PT is equal to RS is equal to x2 minus x1, and qt is equal to ab, which is equal to y2 minus y1. So now here pt is equal to rs is equal to x2 minus x1, qt is equal to ab is equal to y2 minus y1. So I'll write that right angle triangle one more time here. So we had a small right angle triangle, that is PQT. We are calculating the distance between point P and point Q. So PT we are getting as x2 minus x1 and QT we are getting as y2 minus y1. So here according to Pythagoras theorem, we know that PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. So if you take square root on both sides, then PQ will be square root of PT square plus QT square. So what will be the value for PQ? PQ is equal to, the value for PT is x2 minus x1. So it is PT square, so x2 minus x1 whole square, plus value for qt is y2 minus y1, so it is qt square, so y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the general formula to find the distance between 2 points. So here this is the formula to find distance between 2 points, and here those 2 points are P and Q. So those 2 points are P and Q. So to find distance between 2 points, we can use this as a general formula, where x1 y1 is the x and y values for point P, and x2 and y2 are the x and y values for point Q. So distance between P and Q is PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is all there in this particular video. I have explained the basic explanation which is required for this 7th chapter. So after this, based on this formula, you need to solve few examples, and after that we have exercise 7.1 questions. Those things I will be teaching in my subsequent videos. Until then, if you want to learn more physics, chemistry and mathematics starting from 8th standard till 12th standard, then you have to subscribe to my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with my channel. Thank you.